이 위대한 구원. 크로스포인트 주니어 처치에서 전해드리는 이 시간, 담당의 Darin Pantley 형제입니다.
Hello, this is Darin Pantley from Crosspoint Bible Church. When I moved out to San Francisco for an internship, I packed everything I owned into my little car. I had a full-size vacuum cleaner, a mountain bike, computer, and all of my clothes. It was so full of things, I could barely see out the windows. That was a long drive from Chicago. Going through Iowa, there wasn't much to look at. Driving through Nebraska made me miss Iowa, and Wyoming was largely empty. When I got to the Rocky Mountains, the road became steep. I was pretty sure my car was not designed for this, hauling so much stuff up a mountain. But I took it slowly, and it did fine. Some California officials stopped me at the border to inspect my trunk for prohibited insects. They actually found one, but it was dead, so they let me through. And before long, I made it to San Francisco. I moved into an apartment right by the Pacific Ocean. It was so close to the ocean that local authorities were talking about condemning the building. There was a chance the soil might erode away, and my apartment would slide into the ocean. Thankfully, that did not happen. Every morning, I hopped in my car and drove to the train station. Usually my ears would pop as the elevation changed. It was my daily reminder that the Bay Area is not like Illinois. Another difference I noticed was the fog. When I think California, I think clear and sunny. I must have been mixing it up with LA because San Francisco was foggy. Sometimes I could barely see where I was driving. But it was unpredictable. It could be foggy one day and perfectly clear the next. Maybe even in the same day. At the end of my internship, it was time to return home. My boss asked if I would be coming back, moving to California permanently. I told him I'd think about it. I needed some time to think about my plans. My experience out there reminds me of the book of James in the Bible, chapter 4. He wrote, "Look here, you who say, 'Today or tomorrow we are going to a certain town, and we will stay there a year. We will do business there and make a profit.' How do you know what your life will be like tomorrow? Your life is like the morning fog. It's here a little while, then it's gone. What you ought to say is, 'If the Lord wants us to, we will live and do this or that.' Otherwise, you are boasting about your own pretentious plans, and all such boasting is evil. Remember, it is a sin to know what you ought to do and then not do it." I don't know what will happen tomorrow for me or for you. We can make some guesses. We can try to do some things to influence what happens. We can make all sorts of plans. If the Lord wants us to, we will live and do this or that. That's a healthy way to think of self-confidence. So, what are your plans? Do you know what you ought to do?
지금까지 크로스포인트 주니어 처치에서 전해드렸습니다. 언어와 문화의 장벽을 없애고 실시간 동시 통역이 제공되는 크로스포인트 주니어 처치의 주일 예배 시간은 오전 11시이며 교회에 대한 안내는 847-212-6775로 문의해 주시길 바랍니다.